Brilliant thinking is rare, but courage is in even shorter supply than genius. The most contrarian thing of all is not to oppose the crowd, but to think for yourself. The most successful businesses have an idea for the future that's very different from the present. Today's best practices lead to dead ends. The best paths are new and untried. People always say you should live your life as if it were your last day. I think you should live your life as though it will go on forever. That every day is so good that you don't want it to end. You should focus relentlessly on something you're good at doing. But before that, you must think hard about whether it will be valuable in the future. Unsolved problems are where you'll find opportunity. Energy is one sector with extremely urgent unsolved problems. The best projects are likely to be overlooked, not trumpeted by a crowd. The best problems to work on are often the ones nobody else even tries to solve. The road doesn't have to be infinite after all. Take the hidden paths. I believe, basically, that individual freedom is very important. Don't bother starting the 10,000th restaurant in Manhattan. Find something to do that if you don't do it, it won't get done. Don't always go through the tiny little door that everyone is trying to rush through. An entrepreneur must deal with more uncertainty than a professional with a well-defined role. When you are starting a new business, you don't want to go after giant markets. You want to go after small markets and take over those markets quickly. You've invented something new, but you haven't invented an effective way to sell it. You have a bad business, no matter how good the product. You don't want to just do Me Too companies that are copying what others are doing. Every business is successful, exactly to the extent that it does something others cannot. The thing that's always a big mistake is going after a giant market on day one. All failed companies are the same. They failed to escape competition. Competition means no profits for anybody, no meaningful differentiation, and a struggle for survival. The most valuable businesses of coming decades will be built by entrepreneurs who seek to empower people rather than try to make them obsolete. You should focus relentlessly on something you're good at doing, but before that, you must think hard about whether it will be valuable in the future. The single most powerful pattern I've noticed is that successful people find value in unexpected places, and they do this by thinking about business from first principles instead of formulas. An indefinite pessimist looks out onto a bleak future, but he has no idea what to do about it. The value of a business today is the sum of all the money it will make in the future. The most successful companies make the core progression to first dominate a specific niche and then scale to adjacent markets, a part of their founding narrative. As a founder, your first job is to get the first things right, because you cannot build a great company on a flawed foundation. Competition can make people hallucinate opportunities where none exist. People are scared of secrets because they are scared of being wrong. Our task today is to find singular ways to create the new things that will make the future not just different, but better. To go from 0 to 1, the essential first step is to think for yourself. It's easier to copy a model than to make something new. Leanness is a methodology, not a goal. Making small changes to things that already exist might lead you to a local maximum, but it won't help you find the global maximum. Rivalry causes us to overemphasize old opportunities and slavishly copy what has worked in the past. Numbers alone won't tell you the answer. Instead, you must think critically about the qualitative characteristics of your business. Every company starts in unique circumstances, and every company starts only one. Long-term planning is often undervalued by our indefinite short-term world. A business with a good definite plan will always be underrated in a world where people see the future as random. The most valuable kind of company maintains an openness to the invention that is most characteristic of beginnings. You can't find secrets without looking for them.